Welcome back, my dear students, to class 9 chemistry. Dear students, last time we generally studied about the introductions of alcohols. Today we will talk about their classifications, that how can we classify alcohol into different groups. So before to start about the classification, you already know about it, that the general formula of alcohol is ROH. Okay. ROH means that R is just, you can say it is alkyl groups. Alkyls means it may be methyls, or it may be ethyls, or it may be propyls, or it may be butyls, or it may be pentyls. So R and OH, where OH is there, so it means that must be belong to alcohol family. Okay, that must be belong to alcohol family. Keep in your minds that OH is the basic functional groups of alcohol family. OH is the functional group of alcohol family. So it is a functional groups of alcohol family. OH is the functional groups of alcohol family. Whenever you see OH in the compounds, in the organic compounds, so it means it must be belong to alcohol family. Look at here. This is carbonyls, carbons. Now, it means that you can see OH is there. So this is simply we call it R. We can represent it by R's. So alkyl groups. We also call it alkyl groups. So we can classify its alcohols according to the classifications of this carbon atoms, that where this carbon atom is attached with which groups. Either it is attached with one alkyl groups, or with two alkyl groups, or with three alkyl groups. So we can classify alcohol into three categories: primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, and tertiary alcohols. Okay, primary alcohols, you can see it here, primary alcohols. Primary alcohol, when OH groups attached to the primary carbons. How? Look at here. You can see here is the example. This is OH attached to this carbon atoms, only to this carbon atoms. And you can see that this carbon is only attached with one alkyl groups. The other are hydrogen atoms here. The other are hydrogen atoms. So such type of alcohols we call it primary alcohols. What we call it? Primary alcohol. When the carbon of OH is attached only with one alkyl groups, so we call it primary alcohols. Secondary alcohols. Secondary alcohol, when the OH groups is attached with two, when the OH groups of that carbon atom is attached with two alkyl groups. Look at here. This is, for example, here is another example. This is carbons. Okay, and you can see there is one alkyl groups and there is another alkyl groups. Okay, when you can see OH as well is here, and this side is attached with the hydrogens. So you can see this carbon is right now, it is attached with two alkyl groups. Okay, so such type of alcohols we can classify it came under the category of secondary alcohols. Okay, secondary. So this is primary alcohols, this is secondary alcohols, and tertiary alcohols we will talk about. When the carbons, thus the carbon of that OH group is attached with three alkyl groups, with the three alkyl groups, like for example, if you have this carbons and you know that this is the OH here, functional group of alcohol, when this carbon is attached with three alkyl groups, with how many alkyl groups? With three alkyl groups. So look at here, right now this such type of alcohols, they came under the category of tertiary alcohols. Okay, dear students, next you will see their examples. Their example is, you can see it here, primary alcohols. Primary alcohol, I already told you about that this carbon atom is attached with only one alkyl group. So R means, this R show us alkyl groups. Okay, alkyls. Alkyl may be methyls, may be ethyl, may be propyls, don't worry. So here you can see their example. Look at here, ethanols. How many carbons here? You have 1, 2 ethanols, because 2 carbon here, 1 OH is here, so ethanols, 2 carbon, this is 1 carbon, this is second carbon. So here you can see that this carbon is right now attached with 1 alkyl groups. This is alkyl groups. You can also represent it with the help of R. So right now this is the example of primary alcohols. Primary alcohols. Secondary alcohols. So secondary alcohol is secondary alcohol. I already told you that when this carbon is attached with 2 alkyl groups, with 2 alkyl group. So one alkyl and second alkyl. So same, this carbon is attached with 2 alkyl groups, so we call it secondary alcohols. So you can see their example right now here. Look at here. This is OH groups. This is OH group here. This is the functional group of alcohols family. You can see their carbons. When this carbon is attached with 1 alkyl groups here, this is alkyl groups. This is R. And C2H5. This is also R. Look at here. So this is ethyl and this is methyl. So both of them they are called alkyl groups. Okay, if you represent one by this dash and one is by sample, so we call it 2 butanols. So same such type of alcohols, they are called secondary alcohols. Next one is tertiary alcohols. When the carbon of OH group is attached with 3 alkyl groups, 1 alkyls, second alkyl, third alkyls. So such type of alcohols, they are called tertiary alcohols. Look at here. Their example is 1, 2, 2. Look at here. This is first carbons with you. Okay. Second carbons. On the first you can see methyls. Here you can also see methyls. Here you can see also methyls. Okay. So this carbon is attached with 3 alkyl group. This is also alkyls. You can represent it with R. This is also alkyls. You can represent it with R. This is also alkyls. So right now this carbon is attached with 3 alkyl groups. Okay. If you represent one with the dash, the other with the 2 dashes, and the other is simple. So you can call it tertiary alcohols. What we call it? Tertiary alcohols. And this is the classifications about the on the basis of tertiary, secondary and primary alcohols. Next one is polyhydroxy alcohol. According to the OH groups, those compounds, those are alcohols which have only one OH group is there. Like this, for example, look at here. This is ROH. And OH, simple ROH. Or you can also take it here if you have a carbons, and OH group is here, and all of them are attached with the hydrogen atom. So you can see only one OH group is there. So such type of alcohol, they are called monohydroxy alcohol. When you have only one hydroxy groups there, this OH is called hydroxy groups. So when one OH is there, so we call it monohydroxy groups. When you have 2 OH group is there, for example, you can see it here, 1 carbons, 2 carbons, 3 carbons, 4 carbons. One OH is here, the other OH is here. So what we call it, such type of alcohols, we call it dihydroxy alcohols. Dihydroxy alcohol or 2 OH groups must be there. And trihydroxy groups, for example, if you have the same compounds and you have 3 OH out there, what you have? 1 OH, 3 OH is there. Look at here, 3 OH is there. So we also call it polyhydroxy alcohols. Polyhydroxy alcohols, or we can call it trihydroxy alcohols. Okay, trihydroxy alcohol. Later on we will talk about their nomenclatures, that how can we give the name to it in the next video. See you inshallah. Bye bye.